So we had just gotten back from like mudding our trucks and we were washing them by the side of my house, and then this dude walks up and he's like, he starts yelling at us. Me and Tyler thought he was going to call the cops on us for something, because that's usually what happens when a parent's yelling at us. And then he said somebody collapsed and handed me the phone and told him to talk to the 911 operator. And then I started talking to him, telling him what was going on, because I'd walked over there.
When he's talking on the phone, I went and ran over there. And as soon as I got over there, I checked for a pulse, and there was no pulse. And his face was purple. I could tell he wasn't getting any oxygen. And the white in his eyes was also purple. And I started doing compressions.
And then he started counting it off for Tyler to like 1, 2, then take a break, then 1, 2, and then worked us through that.
I kept on doing compressions, and finally he took like a big old gasp of air, but he wasn't conscious at all. And he took a gasp of air, so I stopped for a second, and then I kept on going, and I heard some cracking, which was his ribs breaking. But they say if you're doing compressions right, it's gonna break their ribs.
EMS took about like 5 minutes maybe, not even. And then they were down there to him like 2 minutes after they arrived.
They ended up shocking him 6 times, and they put him in a medically induced coma, and he was never conscious, but not gonna lie, it was hard to sleep that night.
It's crazy. It doesn't feel like it really happened, to be honest. It hasn't sunk in yet.
Once we found out that he was doing okay, it was like freaking relief off our shoulders. Like me and him were both talking, and it's hard to sleep knowing that you don't know if this dude's gonna be okay or not. The
wife stopped by the other night and talked to us and said he might be able to come home Sunday. So it looks good. And we met his daughters too, and it turns out he worked for the FBI for like 32 years or something like that. We're really excited to meet him. We still haven't talked to him yet, but yeah, we're excited. Felt great. I was so happy when she told me he was going to be all right, and he was up talking. The chief of police gave me and Nick each, they call it a challenge coin, and it's for good deeds, and it's like crazy to get them. It's crazy rare. There was not a single firefighter there that's gotten one, and one of them was working there for 14 years.
To thank y'all for being a part of saving a man's life, because y'all were critical in that to take place.
Try to come up with a stronger, more powerful word than proud, but really ultimately it just boils down to I'm super proud of our students. You saved somebody's life. That is amazing.